Hi guys, welcome to the Thinking Crypto channel. I hope you're doing well. On this channel, we cover the crypto news and we interview many of the folks who are building and investing in the crypto asset class. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Let's get to over 500 likes. Leave a comment below and hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Guys, some very big crypto news here, and it's getting mainstream coverage by the New York Times. Now, regardless of how you feel about the New York Times, you have to admit they have a wide user base of readers, right? And that they are a well-established brand. And they're talking about crypto on their site. That speaks to the maturation, the growth of the crypto asset class. And we are seeing corporates, traditional financial players, all the Wall Streeters are getting into the crypto market. So here the headline reads, Hong Kong gives approval in principle to OSL for first crypto exchange license. Big news, guys. Hong Kong's markets regulator has agreed in principle to issue a license to cryptocurrency firm OSL Digital Securities, a unit of Fidelity-backed BC Group, the company said in an exchange filing on Friday. OSL said last November it had become the first firm to apply for a digital asset license from Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commission, FSC, under new rules allowing crypto exchanges to opt into regulation. No other companies has so far said it has received such approval. Financial regulators worldwide have been debating whether and how they should regulate the cryptocurrency or virtual asset industry. OSL and some of its competitors say they welcome regulation in order to make it easier to provide services to financial institutions wishing to trade cryptocurrencies. Guys, all of the puzzle pieces are coming together and it's happening worldwide. I often reiterate the point that crypto is global to help people understand how big this is going to be. It's going to possibly be the largest market ever because you have the technology that connects everyone on every globe. You could be in a country in Africa, you could be in Iceland, you could be somewhere in Australia. If you have access to the internet, you can invest in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. It gives you access to that. There's no longer that level of a gatekeeper where if you didn't have let's say the access to an E-Trade or something like that, or some sort of financial broker or whatever it may be, you can do it on your own. And it's so much more transparent and easier because of the blockchain, right? And you can trust a lot of the respective exchanges out there that are being built. And we are seeing, like I said, the traditional players getting in. And OSL Digital Securities, they position themselves as Asia's leading digital asset platform. And here's what their website looks like. Very interesting. I may actually try to reach out to them to see if I can get an interview, but they're a broker, an exchange, they provide custody services, and they have software as a service technology. So interesting that all of these traditional players are getting in and trying to get their approval and licensing and so forth. And of course, one of the biggest that we saw in the United States, and remember, these guys are Fidelity, they were a unit of the Fidelity-backed BC Group. Fidelity launched Fidelity Digital Assets, and this was, I believe, in 2018 into 2019. They have nothing to do with crypto. They were a traditional investment platform or service with trillions of dollars under assets under management, and they said, "Hey, we see what's coming, and we're going to build out our service called Fidelity Digital Assets, institutional solutions for a new asset class." So it's a big indicator of what's to come when you see these level of players getting in. And of course, this year was pretty significant, guys, because we saw Paul Tudor Jones, talk about he's putting 2% of his assets in Bitcoin. And I believe that was a major green light for the Wall Street crowd and all the institutional investors. In addition, JP Morgan started offering banking services to crypto exchanges, Coinbase and Gemini. We also saw that MicroStrategy, as a publicly traded company not too long ago, said they're putting $250 million of their cash reserves into Bitcoin to preserve the value against inflation and money printing. So it is happening, guys. It's happening right before our eyes. And, all of these things are going to meet at a point where you're going to see FOMO from the masses and mass marketing to the masses, right? And they're going to start FOMOing in, and that's where we have to be patient to go through the market cycles and accumulate in the dips. Personally, I diversify a whole variety of tokens, ones I believe will do well. Some of which, I got in when I got in the market in 2016, I got it dirt cheap. So I'm just waiting for the market to go back up and I'll kind of get them off my list here. But long term, I'm holding XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, VeChain, Algorand, Basic Attention Token, Tezos, Chainlink, and Cardano. I'm not really accumulating the items here in red, as you can see on the list. But, when the market goes back up, like, for example, Litecoin, am I bullish on Litecoin? No, but I know as the market goes back up, at the entry point I got in 2016 and early 2017, I'm going to make money. So just to give you that context, those of you getting into the market now or you just got in, it probably wouldn't make sense for you to go into some of these coins. But to give you context, like, for example, Omisigo is pumping now. I got it dirt cheap in 2016, 2017. And I'm going to probably cash out some soon and take some profits, right? So just to give you context, as to my perspective. But, Bitcoin is the rising tide that lifts all boats. And we've seen as the market moves with Bitcoin, the alts move with Bitcoin. So I'm very bullish on the market. And, the big indicator is all these big players getting in. And we got some big update on VeChain here, guys. I believe VeChain is going to be one of the winners coming out of this crypto movement. So VeChain launches blockchain-enabled sustainability solution. Companies using the solution may even cut costs. Let me give you the details. Part of its blockchain as a service platform toolchain, VeChain promises the solution can streamline sustainable practices during the supply chain and manufacturing process and also showcase these practices to third parties like regulators. VeChain, I look at it as on the same level as what Ripple is doing, disrupting, bringing a better solution to industry that is obviously massive, right? I mean, we're talking about supply chain and manufacturing chains, right, globally. And VeChain is bringing a much better solution that can improve those markets. The same way Ripple is disrupting cross-border payments, which is, of course, $1 trillion industry. So that's why, I have Ripple XRP as my number one. Bitcoin is that digital gold store of value. And obviously Ethereum, the first mover advantage on smart contracts. But VeChain, as you can see here, I continue to accumulate, not financial investment advice, but I believe it will do really well. It is getting real world adoption. There's actual companies that are working with them. So VeChain said the tool provides immutable proof of a green supply chain and can cover different stages of manufacturing. It can also store information on recycling, processing, reusing, and inspection, allowing brands to trace original sources of goods and raw materials. Yeah, you think companies can use that? Hell yes, right? Hell yes, because when you think about the black market of fake products and materials and so forth, the blockchain is just going to revolutionize that and bring more accountability, trust, and transparency. So here is more explanation as to why this is important or the benefits. Since it's on the blockchain, VeChain said all data would be trustworthy and consistent across the supply chain. It can even cut costs on reporting for government regulations, rating services for sustainability and a green brand image, and attestation services for responsible financing. So part of it is the government can tap into the whole VeChain blockchain to verify everything, and it cuts down on the reporting and all the all the things that these companies have to do to report to the government. They could just, hey, government, API into the blockchain or whatever, and take a look at what's happening. You're seeing our stuff real time, right? So part of the auditing process there. And that's why, guys, I am bullish on VeChain. And like I said, I will continue to accumulate. Guys, the token economy, the digital economy is upon us. The Bahamas central bank put its digital currency on its official balance sheet in April. Every central banks, every country, they are building their CBDCs. We are headed to that token economy. We know China is leading the charge for the most part. The U.S. is trying to do, their thing here, but it's been a bit slow. But we are seeing these smaller countries are really fast tracking this. This is pretty interesting. It's a big milestone. First included on page 47 of its annual report, the central bank noted that it had put $48,000 worth of the sand dollar into circulation. The document later notes that the bank made a pilot testing of the sand dollar in Exuma and has issued sand dollars in circulation valued at $48,000 to various retailers. So obviously small testing here, right? Pilot testing. So don't expect them to put like $1 bazillion into this right away. They want to make sure it works. So here they show the example of how much of that was and the statements. The Sand Dollar project features prominently in the block's new report on central bank digital currencies. The exhaustive report covers a range of CBDC projects, including those being conducted by the Bahamas, China, and the European Central Bank and other institutions of its kind. Guys, it's all coming. No matter what they say, some of them may come out and say negative stuff. They're all working on it because no one wants to get left behind. And, the great thing about these CBDCs, if the government is educating people and letting them know, hey, this money is tokenized, it's on a blockchain, blah, blah, that validates Bitcoin in the crypto market because obviously the blockchain is a technology that cryptos are based on, right? So it gives more validity. It helps educate people to help them understand cryptocurrencies better. So I certainly see this as beneficial. I don't think this competes with cryptos because people will recognize all the problems that are going on with fiat right now and the money printing and all that. And I think we live in a different age where information is so readily available. And, you can go on Twitter and get the latest update on something before even the news outlets break it, right? Information can be shared peer-to-peer, and the internet is just the source of a lot of information and knowledge. So a different time, than before. In the past, governments maybe have worked on things, but if there was no internet, unless you were connected to somebody or you got some sort of secret leaked information, it wouldn't even get the full coverage it would now, right? It may just be in your circle of friends or people but now somebody gets something, they see something, they share it on Twitter, it goes viral, everybody sees it globally, right? That's the different age we're living in, and I think governments and so forth recognize that, and we are headed to that token economy. I always, encourage you guys to be patient. These things take time. It's market cycles, and the market is very young. Still the infrastructure being built. As you can see, a lot of these big players are now getting their licenses, right? But you can see the demand. They're asking for it, and they're getting approvals here and there. And, last month, of course, we saw the U.S. give the regulations to U.S. banks to custody crypto. Guess what? Those banks are going to be offering crypto trading and lending soon enough. So, guys, what do you think about this news? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up, share the video, and I'll talk to you all later.